Hey, it's Orit Krug here, and I'm back for our Wired for Love Q&A, day number 5. So today I am bringing in 2 more questions and answering them for you. So let's just jump in and get started and really learn how we can rewire your nervous system for love, connection, and healthiness on today's topic. All right, so question number 1 is, I've worked with body practitioners, hypnotherapists, trauma specialists, basically everything. I've made a lot of progress with not getting as triggered, but I still find myself not taking action, especially with quitting my job and starting a business, which I've been wanting to do for over a year. What's your perspective on this? All right, so the biggest piece that most trauma healers and therapists miss is that trauma is stored in your nervous system and your physical body. So even if you work with the most expert nervous system specialist, for example, and you rewire your nervous system and you heal the trauma from your nervous system, if you don't also heal the trauma from your physical body, you will still be faced with the same old habits, because after years and even a lifetime for people responding to the constant fight, flight, freeze, and or shutdown, your physical body learns to also respond this way. So it becomes so automatic. It's kind of like riding a bike. Once you learn how to ride a bike and you ride a bike, you just get on that bike and you ride without thinking about it. So these physical responses to the old nervous system reactions are so automatic that you have to actually, let's say, retrain your physical body to learn new, healthy, and more non-fear-based behaviors. And because it's so automatic, we need to do this intentionally and teach your body new habits in order to break the old ones. So we actually go through this really thoroughly in my new free Wired for Love training. So I've put the link up here. If you want to learn more about how you can release trauma from your nervous system and your physical body so that your body is on board with what your mind intention wants, is on board with the amazing work you've already done to rewire your nervous system, then come join my free training. All right, that's question 1. Now, question 2. I suffer from chronic fatigue and exhaustion. I've seen a bunch of doctors and there's been no medical answer for me. Some days I literally can't get out of bed even though I've slept for 10 hours. Is this trauma? This is such a good question. So medical illnesses or non-diagnostic illnesses like chronic fatigue, exhaustion, pain, physical pain, and even fibromyalgia are usually inextricably linked with unresolved trauma, especially because these diagnoses don't really have a medical explanation. So the reason this happens is because we are such amazing human beings that we do whatever it takes, whatever it will take to protect ourselves from feeling pain and hurt, especially when we've already experienced that in traumatic experiences. So what happens is, because we're so good at that, even though there's unresolved trauma in the body, usually trauma survivors disconnect from their physical body and become very hypervigilant within their minds. So they overthink, they have thought cycles, there's a lot of indecision, and they're really up here. Or a lot of times trauma survivors will numb their physical pain, their emotional pain, and numb their bodies, numb the feelings from their bodies. People do this by drinking, drugs, overeating, just having a general unhealthy relationship with food, being really, really super busy, and basically distracting themselves from feeling their body, which is where our trauma is stored. All the while, what's going on, even though our minds can be like, yeah, okay, like we're fine, what's happening in the physical body is that you are constantly processing threats, any triggers that remind you even remotely of your past trauma, your body is constantly processing that as a threat and danger, which releases a lot of stress hormones and is extremely depleting and weakens your immune system to the point where we get seriously sick from unresolved trauma. And if this isn't taken care of sooner than later, it becomes even more of a serious medical illness that actually does have a diagnosis and some really serious consequences. It's like having a tooth infection and letting that kind of take over your entire body to your heart and having heart failure or whatever that sequence goes. I'm not a medical doctor, clearly, but it's really serious. So if this sounds like you, I highly encourage you to come to my free Wired for Love training. And this is where we can learn how to heal your trauma in a way that is pleasurable, safe, and fun and productive in your body before your illness gets worse. Because right now, it already feels horrible to wake up every day and feel so tired or not even get to sleep, right? Because insomnia is a serious thing and also happens because you're constantly processing the threat. If you want to stop this in its tracks before it gets worse and learn how you can heal your trauma, then come to my free Wired for Love training. Again, it is there or up in the text, www.wiredforlovetherapy.com. And it's a 3-part video training, and it comes with an awesome, extensive workbook where everything that you learn, which is super straight to the point, you get to then apply it to your own life, your own relationship with your business, speaking to the person who asked question number 1, your relationship to your partner. If you're single and you want to break through the pattern of the same kind of breakups or dating the same kind of characters over and over again, all of that applies when you apply what you learn in the workbook and really understanding and visualizing and having an embodied experience of being able to heal your trauma, rewire your nervous system, and also learn in your physical body how to break those old patterns and create newer ones where you do create lasting, loving relationships romantically, with money, with your business, with whatever you desire, with whatever your heart's desire. So again, it's wiredforlovetherapy.com, and the link is up in the text. If you have any other questions, I will be back for the next 2 days. I already got a bunch of questions, but I'm happy to add yours if you have any, or if you have any questions about today's answers. Leave a comment below. Feel free to send me a message and sign up for the training. All right. Thanks for joining, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.